Started the brand, I was all about wanting to tell African stories authentically using prints. For me, it became important to design the prints, attach it to culture, and tell the story.
What do you go through as a creative to come up with the different prints?
It differs. I think it depends on the concept that I'm working with. For instance, this particular print. When I started the brand, I wanted to tell something that connected with the story of who I am. I'm a Xhosa guy born in a city which is Cape Town, but my people are from the Eastern Cape. There's one iconic element or item that told the story very well, and it's a Chinese bag. After I found out, but we call it umaskotuke. Basically, that's where our people took the bag, put their life and searched for a better life. I took that one element, which is particularly not ours, but we've attached so much story, so much heritage, so much culture in it that it became our own. And from there on, I created the print. So it differs from the concept, it differs from the stage of the brand at the time, and everything sort of like evolved from there on. You see there's different icons on the print, which got to be added as the brand evolved and the story evolved.
Through how, you know, the theme of afro-futuristic is seen in your collection and in your brand. Can you help us unpack what does afro-futuristic mean to the brand?
Yeah. So for me, it was mostly about making sure that when I create the prints and when I create the design themselves, they don't just reference who I am and where my people are coming from. When you look at the silhouettes, when you look at the stories, and when you look at how I view fashion and how I choose to express myself, it's not just about this time. Like, you can wear this outfit in like 30 years to come and it can still be relevant. I think that's where the futuristic element comes in, but the Afro element is in how I never want to run away from who I am. For me, I carry so much of my people in the brand. I carry so much of my heritage in a way that even if I do not tell you that I'm African, you can still feel that there's an African presence in just me and looking at me. And I think that's something that's super powerful, and I have so much pride in that. And even when you get to see the show, because a lot of people come to my shows, and that's something that has grown to be an event on its own.
What is the importance of the brand imprint to be taking part in the Shanghai Fashion Week?
I think more than just the brand existing in the Chinese space and us getting to sell and be appreciated this side, I think it connects to something that we hold dearly. We're all about making sure that our people get to buy local, and the conversation that always comes up is how can we buy local, whereas a lot of influential figures are appreciated and looking at international brands as superior. So us existing in this space shows that we are a global brand.
Mole Batsi by Jessica Jane primarily focuses on racial and cultural cohesiveness. So it's about bringing cultures together and making them live cohesively in one thing and in a beautiful thing, which is the clothing. And we've done that this time again. And this time we actually incorporated some Chinese traditional hanfu elements, that bringing China and Africa together. And this would be the perfect place to do that. I think the idea is for, you know, the local Chinese people to see an element of themselves within the clothing, but also something they may not know. And in doing that, they get curious about the thing they don't know, they ask the questions, and so the conversation starts and we learn more about each other through that conversation. I kind of discovered Hanfu when I was here in 2023, when I came with Africa Reimagined. We went to Changsha and Beijing, and I think, you know, the rest of the world tends to have this perspective that China is new and flashy, lots of lights. And when I got here, I realized, or I learned rather, about the deep, beautiful culture and history. And obviously I was very interested in the clothing, and one of the ladies from Africa Reimagined kind of guided me with regards to understanding Hanfu a little bit more and the different dynasties. So she was quite integral in educating me on Hanfu.
Your brand has been established and has been around for over 14 years and has showcased in places like the Milan Fashion Week and now in Shanghai Fashion Week.
Yes.
What's so important about bringing the brand here to the Shanghai Fashion Week?
I think it's a new market that could potentially be hugely beneficial to the South African fashion industry in terms of them being a purchaser of the product, but also again it's showing a market that may not have a correct perspective of South Africans and the quality of work we can offer, and we're really here to prove ourselves and show that we're as good as anywhere else in the world.